Hello, class. Today's lecture, this week's lecture, I should say, is on website architecture. And website architecture is a combination of science and art, and also opinion and best practices, those types of things. So no two websites have the exact same architecture. But what I want to go over with you is the logic behind setting up architecture and then applying it to Molino's Coffee. This is going to require a collaborative effort. I don't really just want one person doing this. So hopefully you can all get involved and we'll go from there. So this is an image of a typical average type architecture, or it really has to do with the menu bar, which this is the menu bar would be a home button. There's, in this case, it's a blog, events, about, join us, sponsors. This is just a model, just examples. And then underneath any of those main headings is subheadings. So like in the blog, in this case, there's a blog and there's video tutorials, lifestyle posts. I would not put blog as the first item in the first placement of the navigation bar or menu. I wouldn't do that. I put it on the far end of it because, you know, people read left to right. So what do you want them to see first? You probably want them to see your products, or you might want to, you know, have them read about us, that type of thing. So although this is the first, this one would go here. If this was a menu bar, this home would go here, and then everything else is under home. But home is on top. So this is how you hardwire or you create the flow chart. So in this case, these were the main. This is the navigation bar or the menu bar. And each one of these elements has sub elements, if you will. About has history, mission, press. And so this is how you organize, join us, our team, and then volunteer, or, you know, join us would be, you know, our team, you know, and then how to work for us, you know, the recruitment page. And then in this case, there's sponsors. These are not going to be consistent with all websites, mind you. This is just a model just to show you what it can look like. And we're going to be looking at a few different websites and as examples. I think that's the best way to go over this. And I'm gonna show you this path right here. This path, you have a Word doc and you click Insert, Smart Activity, and Hierarchy. That's how you create. I'm gonna escape out of here for a second. I'm gonna go, that's all I need to show you from that. But I'm gonna go to our eLearn page, and here we are in 213 this week. And I showed those steps there, but here you have the actual how, if you want to create an official looking org chart. In this case, you know, a navigation itself, you would download this and waiting. This is how you could build this in Microsoft Word, and then you can just copy and paste it. And for some reason, it's not downloading, so I don't. Oh, it's going over here. Okay, it's trying to download. And if it waits much longer, I'm going to leave this. Okay, here we go. So this is a Microsoft Word. And when you're in here and you're editing these things, you know, you can use this and you can add spaces. So what you can have is something like home up here, and then put in the different navigation bar items or menu items here, and then you click on these and change out of text, whatever it is, like it could say something like products like that. And then under products, you would have a line under products, and then you can build out your frame, otherwise your navigation, from something like this. And this is a product from Microsoft Word. I believe, and I haven't used it, but I believe the Google in Google Docs has a similar thing, although I haven't used theirs, but you could look that up and see. Or you can just sketch it out and submit that. You can just sketch it out. I wanted to show you this because it's kind of an official way of doing it. And so again, this is something I would recommend for that. Escape. Okay, let me get out of this. Wow, how do you get out of it? Okay, anyway. So, sorry, I'm a little disorganized here, but I'm going to, so it happens when you're doing different screens here. So I'm going to go back to modules, and this is, that's what we just looked at. And then there's a video which shows a person using the navigation chart for our own website. And then the team assignment is going to be here. And this is a team assignment. And using your ideal website, refer to the sitemap slide in this week's material, break down the website using the chart as a guide. Start with the home page and each menu item, then build a menu of for your subject, or like a sub menu for your subject business. Collaborate with your team and develop the recommended map using the org chart template that I just showed you, and customize it if your for your team's project. And you can email me if you have any questions. So that's what I'd like you to create, is something like that, with something that looks like this, but not exactly this. It's going to look like this. Now, I looked at one of the ideal websites that you guys selected, and they've got a pretty straightforward website. They have the home, which was where we're at right now. They have order online. And if you look at other coffee shops, a lot of them have order online. And then they have their menus. You can click on this and you can look at, so they sketched all this out. They sketched it out, on that chart or on paper. And they did that. Find us, and this is the one you guys chose. This is the, and so it's got find us, it's got that kind of thing. And our story, the community, and order online. And, that's, when you go back to the home page, it takes us where we were, but you can make dinner reservations here. You can make, order online. A lot of people like to order coffee online. So, that could be, that could work for you. This is another restaurant. These people I know, they're friends of mine in Aspen, Colorado. They have a similar treatment. They've got menu, and what I like about what they're doing here, although I don't know if this is that great of a website, but when you put your mouse over, the item, it's got like events, And our store, what happens is they don't have anything here, but our story, the hierarchy is displayed here like that. And contact, the hierarchy is displayed. I like that, but you don't have to do that. Because when you, but it does show, it does kind of help organize it for you, doesn't it? This website is not real robust. They don't have a lot of content on it, and that's one of the things that probably affects its SEO is not a lot of content. But there's a call to action, reservations here, and that's the thing that I think is good, because if you go to Molino's, it's so primitive. They have their homepage, about us, and contact us. They don't really talk about, I mean, they home, they talk about their history and all that. That should be the about page. That should not be the home page. They should talk about their products, their history, that sort of thing, where they came from, which is interesting, but that's about us. That's really what it should be about us. So I would add, you got the home here, which they just show here, and then I would put about us. But they see the about us doesn't, that's, they have values and those kinds of things, but it could be a deeper menu or a deeper group of subheadings. And so, again, there's no wrong way to do this. This is just very basic, but you notice there's nowhere to order here. And there's no way to order ahead of time. That would really, I think, more and more people are getting used to doing that. So, and then the contact us. So I'm not showing you something you guys don't know already, but what I am showing you is that how rudimentary their website is versus other ones out there. So I'm going to ask you to put your creative minds together, but also use the best practices of what these other websites have done, and build out this navigation bar, this menu, and then build the subgroups underneath each item on the menu bar. When I say navigation, menu and navigation go hand in hand. They're the same pretty much. So what I'd like you to do is work on that this week. Put it into your presentation. You guys have done a really good job so far. Which I'm looking at the PowerPoint. You've got the coffee bean, and this one we just looked at, the Cafe Cito Santa Fe. And anyway, so that's going to allow you to kind of tackle this assignment as a team. And if you have any questions, let me know. But your job is to build an architecture page that has the navigation on top and then subheadings going down. You don't need a lot of subheadings, because you don't have to just do it to do it. I'd like you to fit what you believe is the proper chart for Molino's. It's got to be bigger than it is now. It doesn't have to be huge. So look at these other, obviously your ideal websites to help guide you with that. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you in class next week, not this week. This is our asynchronous week. So work on your own as a team. You guys have a nice base from where you started from, which I think is really good. I would like to see some artwork put in here, maybe like a slide that shows Molino's Coffee in the background. Do as much of that as you can, okay? And yeah, so that's it. And I'll see you online if you reach me. Remember, we're asynchronous this week. That means we're not meeting live. So we're going to meet next week. We're going to be live. It might be online, but it will be live because there's, we're going to be going over how to work within WordPress and other building platforms. So that's it. And see you on email this week if you need me. Okay. Talk to you later.